guys at the end of games when you still have your legs to make dunks and still have your legs to make long threes when you've played 40-plus minutes?
Yeah, at this age, yeah, I am. You know, I just try to work extremely hard, you know, in the off season, in my conditioning and stuff. And I don't know.
But you always have. I mean, since I've known you, you've done that. This year, it seems like you've reached a new gear. Why do you think?
I don't know. I think it's just you know, it's a combination. I think diet has a lot to do with it, to be honest with you. I think it's really impacted my energy levels.
When you look at a game like this, you had to make 3 circus threes at the end just to get it into overtime. The last one, you guys tried to get it in, you couldn't. You called timeout, and you did. What changed?
Just the timing. You know, if you look at the play right before we called timeout, you know, it took a little bit longer to get to it, but I was open. And, you know, Lowry was on me. And you know, he's a little fella. I knew I could shoot over him.
Did Amir Johnson try and foul you and you just got away from him?
Well, no, but I knew he was going to be gung-ho to block the shot because he blocked, you know, one of my drives. So I knew he was going to leave his feet. A lot of times that happens when it's a late clock because the defenders don't know how much time is really left, especially a young player. So I just had to pump fake him and got a clean look at it.
When you made the dunk, what opened up there?
Well, you know, Gray was come out and blitz me. I saw him coming. I just had to kind of decoy it a little bit and just kind of wait for him, you know, to get his top foot and get close enough to me where I can go around him. And when that happens, it kind of becomes a screen for my defender. You know, because
he's so big.
Yeah, he didn't have the speed to really do anything. So I just kind of went around him and wound up screening my man.
You've played in a lot of these games, and you've done a lot of, I mean, you had a streak where you had 40 points for 13, 12 games in a row. 40 plus 12 assists 2 games in a row. You ever had 2 games like this where you've come back from the dead, led the team, 40 and 12? You know, nobody's done it since Jerry West. Can you remember anything like these two?
No, these have been two very, very tough games. But I'm not, you know, I'm happy we won, but I'm not pleased with the 9 turnovers. I mean, it's just I'm a perfectionist by nature, and that just bugs the shit out of me. I gotta be honest with you, it really does.
The turnovers that you made, or the team made?
That I made. It's just they're really eating away at me right now.
How would you describe the last 8 games, the last couple of weeks, the role that you've been in since you made that guarantee that this team would make the playoffs?
No, I mean, we're just focused and we're determined. We obviously, you know, came off the bad starts both games, but since the break, we've been playing well enough to win. We've been very determined. We've stuck together through adversity, and we're pulling through.
Do you feel like there's a new attitude considering the last 2 games you guys come back in the way you win?
Yeah, it's just an attitude. We're just determined. We're just hell bent on trying to win games.
How much is your ability to distribute as well been a big part of the role this team has been on?
Well, it's been huge, you know, to have shooters out on the floor that can knock down shots. And you know, even you look at that last play, and once I turned the corner, guys were reluctant because they'll know I'll make the pass. You know, even with the game on the line, I'll make the pass. And you got Jody Meeks out there, and he's not going to miss 2 wide open looks. He's just not going to do it, and neither is Steve. So, you know, they had to stay home, and because they had to honor the fact that they're shooters, and I would make the pass and gave me a lane.
They were getting dunks and layups consistently. I think they got 3 in a row. How did you stop that as a team?
Well, they you know, down the stretch there, they had to go to some isolation basketball, and you know, I took DeRozan, was going to be physical with him, and Meta obviously was going to be physical with Gay, so they chose to go to Anderson, and you know, he made a couple tough shots over Jody, and the other ones, Dwight came from the weak side to alter.
Hey, Rudy got you pretty good with a headbutt, right? How were you dazed after that? Are you still dazed?
No, I'm all right. I mean, it dazed me for a little bit down there at the at the stretch, but remember, that was only for a couple seconds. Other than that, I was just tired. I just need to lay down for a second, you know. But you know, Rudy's a great guy, man. He asked me on the free throw line. He asked me if I was all right, and I kind of took offense to it. Don't ask me if I'm okay, man. Seriously, like, that's an insult.
What do you like a shoot around this way? I heard you were sore, tired.
I couldn't move. I couldn't get out on the court. I couldn't move. My shoulders are sore. My body's sore.
So what did you do to get loosened up?
Judy Cito.
Your physical therapist got
Physical
you going?
therapist. I was just with her all morning, and then I normally like to get out and shoot before the game. I just couldn't do it.
You said it's an attitude. You said like a new approach you guys are having, but considering the attitude you guys have, how do you keep that going for the rest of the season?
Well, we got to increase it. We got to increase our focus. And, you know, tomorrow's shoot around and practice. We really got to lock in on Chicago and, you know, come out with a mindset to get the job done early.
How long can you keep this up?
Hell if I know. I don't know. I know I have I have an inner determination that I don't think, anybody that I line up against on any given night, I don't think they're going to be able to outwill me. I just refuse to believe that.
Do you get the sense that your teammates are also taking that same attitude?
Yeah, I think so. We're just not going to give in. We're just not going to cave. We're just going to keep on coming and coming and coming.